guys, ICEFLYER here, and today on PC Part Picker we are going to be building a gaming PC for multitasking and gaming, obviously. So yeah, let's just jump into it. First we're going to click CPU, and since we're going to want multiple things running, we're going to want to have 6 cores, so that way we just 4 cores is enough for like one thing. 6 cores is enough to do more than one thing, in my opinion. And right here, this looks like a good deal. 242 good reviews, 4.5 stars. It seems pretty cheap, too. And only 65 TDP at 3.2 gigahertz. We're gonna go with this one. Alright. So that's a pretty good deal, I'd say. It's solid. It's not too old either, so that way we know it's like up to date. So we gotta use a cooler. So we know that this right here, it is, where was it? Right here, 65 watts for the TDP. So that means our CPU cooler needs to have that. It needs to have enough to make sure it stays cool. So we really don't need anything fancy here. I'm just gonna go with a highest rating, honestly. Once this loads, this is weird. There's probably a lot to load. Yeah, there's a lot to load. Okay, highest rating. So this technically has the highest rating, but there's 1,300 good reviews for only $20. This looks pretty solid. Let's kind of like look at it, see if it is gonna work or not. Alright, it's non-liquid cooled, which is good. That way it's easy to install. Its height, though, is almost 7 inches. So we're gonna have to see a large piece, and it gets the job done though. Yeah, see, this is pretty big, so we might want one that's smaller than this. So let's check out a different one. Maybe we can find one for about an equal price. This is also $20. Let's check out this. How high is this? See, this is only 5 inches. So that knocks off 2 inches. If you think about it, 2 inches in a PC case, when you're talking height, that's for something that's coming off the motherboard. 2 inches is a lot. And this should work. Best cooler. Yeah, this one, it looks like it's gonna work out. So we're gonna use this one. If I can find it once I load back. It was $20. Wasn't that one? I think this was it. Alright, let's add this. Alright, so let's go to the motherboard now. So what I'm thinking for the motherboard is I was gonna go micro ATX, because in my opinion there's really no need for an ATX if you're not gonna do double video cards, which is really, in my opinion, completely overkill in every situation. I don't see why you need double video cards. One, like, if you're really pumping out stuff, I'd say like one GTX 1080 Ti is plenty for literally anything, I'd say. Anything more than that, I would say it's overkill. But I don't know, some people out there may do some crazy stuff with what they're doing. So, yeah. So let's just go to the highest rating, see what kind of prices we're looking at. So we're looking anywhere from like $50 to $90. Max RAM this doesn't really have a big issue because we're not going to need that much RAM, and 2 RAM slots is fine too. So these numbers don't really matter. We're basically just looking at the price here and making sure it's a good name. I think this one right here, $50, it seems pretty cheap. It's kind of like, look at the reviews. Amazing, good motherboard, good for low price. Feels easy to break. Yeah, it's gonna feel like that because it's a motherboard. You know, obviously, yeah. It's just it's not exactly gonna be the sturdiest thing unless you buy something that's like really overkill. Ooh, compatibility check. This might be a bit of a problem. Let's see. May require a separately available mounting adapter. Okay, so our cooler is not going to actually fit on this motherboard, so we're going to need a different motherboard. So we're going to have to filter this again. I'm just kind of like going through my process to show you guys what maybe you might want to do next time if you're looking to do one of these. So let's try this one, MSI. It has also good reviews, and it's only $10 more. I think this would be okay. Ah, compatibility check again. So, mounting adapter. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to our original motherboard. Since both times it's been the mounting adapter, I think what we're going to want to do, actually, let me go back. And this one. Alright, we're actually going to change our CPU cooler because that was what was the problem. Was just the formation of it on the motherboard wasn't going to work. We're going to have to need an adapter. You're really not going to want an adapter. So maybe we need a different card. Or not card, cooler. Let's try this Be Quiet one. It has good reviews and less than $20 actually. We add this and good, we have compatibility. There's no problems with it. So this will work and it's cheaper, so it worked out even better. So let's choose our memory now. For memory, this is basically 8 gigabytes of memory is enough if you're just doing basic stuff. But maybe if you're going to be doing like a lot of gaming and recording and you're going to want, you know, extra stuff, I'd say 16 gigabytes is safe. I don't know if they have any other sizes other than 4, 8, and 16 available, or 32. They do, but they don't. Nobody's selling them, so we're just gonna go with 16. Usually 2 by 8 gigabyte is usually the cheaper option. Usually 1 by 16 is more expensive actually, even though it's the same amount. Let's just go to lowest price. It's like 150s are gonna be our lowest price. These look like they're pretty much the same. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go with this one because I didn't know G-Skill more than I know what Team Dark is. I'm not really quite sure what that is. Basically just, you know, it's your preference. You can pick this one. I'm gonna pick this one. The same price anyways. Still fits and everything, so that's good. And you can always add more, but since this only has 2 slots, you can only add 2 things. So I suppose if you wanted to, what you could do is get 1 by 16 and then another 1 by 8 or a 1 by 4 or whatever you want. If you want more. Or just change a motherboard to an ATX instead of micro ATX. That's just all on, that's your choice basically. we're just gonna go with this caviar blue, basic stuff for storage, really. And we're gonna want an SSD also, because it really helps things that aren't gaming related just boot up way quicker. Capacity, whoops, 8 gigabytes. That's not gonna do anything, I wouldn't think. And then you got the other end of the spectrum. I guess I'll just. Now I'm not sure, but I would think that like 256 would be plenty. If I can just get it there. There. Dang, it's still not. There we go. Alright. I would think 256 would be plenty for an SSD. So, plenty at least for this gaming. Like, not a whole lot, but I mean, I think 256 would be okay, an okay amount. It would work. So let's just go for the lowest price here, and honestly, this is just gonna be fine. $61, good rating, and yeah. Let's add that. There we go. Now for the video card. So I'm just gonna get the video card that I have. So just give me a second. And this works perfectly fine. Again, it's your choice, really, what you want to get. If you're planning on buying. If you are planning on buying something and you want to change it up, I recommend going to this website to make sure everything's compatible. So we're only at $500, which is pretty good. This is pretty much the last big item. Anyways. So we got the 1050 here, which is what I have. And mine is this one right here. This is the exact thing that I have. Works great. Let's just add this. And choose a case. So what we're gonna want here is just a case that works. Doesn't really have to be anything fancy, and I like this one. It's cheap, $40. It'll be fine. It should be fine. We don't need a power supply in it, and has enough place to put your storage units and everything. So we'll just go with this. It has a lot of good ratings too. That's always a plus. Now for the power supply, I'm gonna go with, what is this? I think I'm gonna go with this. I'm pretty sure this is actually the one I have now. For $70, that's pretty good, and it's fully modular. I can't say that word. Modular. Fully modular. So that means basically that you can plug in or not plug in however many cords, cables, or whatever you want to call them, into the power supply. So that way you don't have 20 extra cables coming out of the power supply that aren't even plugged in and are basically useless. I like it. 80+ for gold certification, so it's all good. And operating system, you know, just Windows 10. It's pretty basic. If you want an optical drive, you can have one. Personally, I don't really think it matters. if you have one or not. I mean, you could, but I don't use DVD or CDs very often, so I guess you could add one. $13 extra, but I'm not gonna add it. So yeah, there it is, guys. We have about, what is this, $750 computer, under $750 computer. And I'm saying that because the Windows 10, you can get it, like, it's not really part, I don't really count it part as a computer. I count the computer as all these parts. This isn't really a part you can just plug into the motherboard or something. So I just count this as something you need to run the computer. Plus, like I said, you can get it cheaper, and like the monitor and everything. So yeah, I'll just take that out for now. So yeah, under $750 computer, and this will run pretty solid, I would say. I can tell you right now, this video card and this power supply work fine. Power supply will have plenty wattage to get this, because this is 650. This is, let's just say, 300, and it's still plenty. But you always want to have more than enough for your power supply, just so that way your computers doesn't start, and that way your power supply isn't being constantly strained and it dies earlier than it could have. So yeah, guys, if you did like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe comment some suggestions as to what kind of items you would replace. And goodbye.